Yesterday we got our first official trailer for the live action How to Train Your Dragon film. But here's some things I want to change about that film. Firstly, Toothless's eye colour. Now yes, Toothless in the original films does have a green eye, but I'd want it to be that green, not the green we're getting in the live action version. So I think if they just make it closer to the way it was in the original animation, I think that will work better. Secondly, Astrid should be white and blonde, just like she is in the animation. Now, I am saying this because Vikings would have been most likely definitely white, and would have had either blonde or brown hair. Now, the actress they've got, Nico Parker, is an amazing actress, don't get me wrong, but I don't think she should be in this role. I think give her a different role if you want, but just not Astrid, who's so well known for being this white character with blonde hair. I also think that if you keep with the more traditional Viking looks, it will ground the story a lot more, because it makes it more believable. Yes, there's dragons, which could be mythological creatures or could be real creatures, but it's more real if you have the thing that is actually based in history that we can reference Vikings, be as realistic as possible, and Vikings were most likely white. So I think that Astrid should be white, and I mean Astrid isn't even in the book, let's not forget this, but she is based off the character in the book Kamikaze, who is described as small girl with wild blonde hair and a ferocious expression. So for me, I just think it would have been a more smart play to just have Astrid be white. I don't see why Hollywood keeps wanting to switch the races of characters. It just doesn't make sense to me when they're so well known for being a certain race. So you wouldn't do it for, say, Princess and the Frog, so why do it here? It just seems shoved in and almost forced. And finally, I still think they're missing a trick by not making it a 15 or 18 rated version, or if you're American, R rated. Because if it was more like the House of the Dragons or like Vikings, I think it'd be really good. I mean, the original How to Train Your Dragon came out in 2010, and I remember going to see that as a kid and watching it in the cinema. Now I'm 25 now, so I would be much happier to see this more adult version of it. I think it would be amazing, and all the kids who watched it growing up are all pretty much adults now, and anyone who was born in 2010 is going to be 15 when the film comes out, so I think they could definitely do that. But I can see why DreamWorks are going to stick with that, because that's what they know. They like family friendly stuff. Overall, I'll be very interested to see what the live action How to Train Your Dragon is like, but I'm just hoping it isn't the exact same as the animation film. I hope it sticks to the same spine of the story, but I hope there is a few differences, because I noticed things like The Lion King, when they made that into live action version, well, live action, it wasn't the same as the animation, because even though it was the exact same plot, the exact same story, it was just really boring. Whereas some of the ones that have slightly varied but kept the same spine of the story of live action have been much better. So I'm hoping that will happen. But what is your thoughts on the new How to Train Your Dragon live action? Let me know in the comments.